The Power of Your Presence, October 14th, 2017. I received a private message from Carmen last week. She needed help. I replied that I would stop in and we could have a chat. No reply. When I was a few kilometers away, I messaged again, informing her that I would stop in if that's what she wanted. No reply. I drove to her gate and sent another private message telling her that I was at her gate asking permission to come in. She has a rather large dog and I didn't want to arrive unannounced. No reply. Since she would not have messaged me if she did not want help, I decided to go to the door and knock to see if she would let me in. When I stepped onto her porch, the dog started barking, so I told her I would come in if she would allow me. She said it was okay. When I opened the door, the dog came rushing past me. He wanted to go for a run in the yard. Good thing I knew what to expect. She informed me that she didn't want me to see her in that condition, so I stayed behind the door so that we couldn't see each other even though we were only a meter apart. She told me that her brain tumor, inoperable, had been acting up again and the medication was not easing up at all, so she was drinking beer to numb the pain. This had been going on for a while, and now she admitted that she was an alcoholic. This is the last thing she wanted to happen since she saw what alcoholism did to her mother. Her whole world was crashing down around her, and she didn't know what to do. After about 15 minutes, I asked if I could come inside, and she agreed. Again, she told me that she was embarrassed to have me see her in this condition, but I reassured her that I was there to help and not to judge. We chatted for another 45 minutes. She was at a loss as to what to do. She felt that she was at the very bottom and was hoping to start moving up rather than down. I kept reassuring her that we could do this together and that her life would get better. She felt totally overwhelmed with her life and had no idea how to make it better. I pinpointed 2 things that she could focus on and that I would come back again in 2 days to see how she was doing. She was slightly encouraged and thanked me for coming to the door, even though she did not give me permission to come into the gate. During that time, she allowed me to give her a couple of hugs. We were making progress. 2 days later, I stopped in again. There were no more empty beer cans on her counter, and she looked better. Again, we spent about an hour discussing her options. Mostly, we broke it down so that she could focus on only a couple of issues for now, so that it did not seem so overwhelming. Now she had a plan, and I would stay in touch and provide any support she needed. She thanked me many times for coming to her aid. I told her that I was just doing what any dad would do. She then told me that I was a better dad to her than her real dad ever was, mostly because I cared. I reassured her that she could contact me anytime, and I would do what I could to help her get on track. Fast forward 7 days. She messaged me to let me know that she was in contact with AA online and also had a local contact for who would be her local support person. In addition, she said that she was totally sober for 7 whole days, which had not happened for quite a while. Yes, she still has a long way to go, but I believe she is on track for success. I suppose the main point I can share with this story is that your presence could be the greatest gift, present, you can give away to someone who is going through a personal crisis. Showing that you care can mean so much to someone who feels very disheartened with life and all of its challenges.